Yes, sir.
Thank you for allowing me this time. I was a terrified look on your face when I walked up here. It's like, usually people like Jeff will go, Darren, why are you talking? But exactly. The warnings go beyond the room sometimes.
Let me make a request. If you're going to use an acronym, please
I will do that.
define it.
My name is Darren Moore. I'm currently employed by Transacanada Corporation out of Houston, Texas. I have a little different perspective than what I've heard anyone else in the room today talk about, and that is as a consensus standard committee member perspective. I've sat on an ASME committee for 15 years. I've chaired another ASME committee for 3 years. And just to give you an idea of cost, from inception to when the standard was approved by vote, I've estimated $3 to $4 million in volunteer expense in time and travel alone. It doesn't include the other folks. And by the way, there was some talk about it being an industry committee. In that case, there were 32 voting members. 10 of them were state and federal regulators, and 4 of them were unions, trade associations, contractors, et cetera, that were not operators of pipelines. So that gives you some idea of how it's set up some of the time. My fear is this, as a committee member, if, and this is a large if statement, if the business model were destroyed by this effort, perhaps, and I can see a perhaps being here, if it were destroyed and ASME stopped sponsoring the committee because it would not be incorporated by reference, because it would hurt their business model, if that were to happen, I know that on one of the ASME committees I sit on, there would be a large withdrawal of support for the committee itself. And the committee would no longer be vibrant, its expertise would disappear, and there would be no way for that committee to go forward. That particular committee I'm speaking of is not incorporated by reference today, although it was asked to be formed and built by PHMSA themselves because they wanted to incorporate it by reference. It's interesting that the committee could die, even though without the IBR, the covered task list that committee built is being used by 95% of the industry today, and that covered task list goes beyond what the regulations require today, and in fact may solve the new construction problem going forward. All those things being true, all those benefits would be lost, even without incorporation by reference, simply because of Section 24 being misapplied, if it were. All this is an if statement, but it's a very real danger that I see as a member of an ASME committee. Thank you.
Thank you.